Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today we are going to be taking a look at some Microtech models that I have been dying to get my hands on. Some rather basic stuff and some special signature series stuff. Some really cool knives right here, and then we're going to cap it off with unboxing this beast right here. A combo pack that in this box is right around $1,100-ish worth of badass OTFs. So can't wait to dig into those. But let's see here. Let's get a little list going, or a lineup in order, and let's just dig right into them. And yeah, let's see what we got here. Really been wanting to get back into Microtech. I've been getting more into their manual folders, and that's obviously drawn me back to their OTFs, which, as you guys know, they really are kind of like the OGs in the OTF game. You know, some of them aren't necessarily for me, but this is one that is. This one here, and this, believe it or not, is the first time I have ever handled just the standard drop point ultratech. I've had the double edge, I have had the hellhound, I've had the Spartan style blade and the Tonto, but I've never handled just the regular single edge standard drop point. And it's really nice. I really like it. It's a really nice cutter. I will say Microtech, obviously, so the actual edge in general on Microtechs aren't the sliciest. They're nothing close to being slicey, but Microtech does do a really good job of putting a nice sharpening on their blades. So while they get thick rather quick behind the edge, the actual edge itself is nice and smooth, and it does cut pretty well. So it's really hard to knock it too much, especially if you're not someone that needs like a super slicey blade. But if you're someone that wants a durable OTF that you can beat the hell out of, Microtech has always been a fantastic option for that. You will pay a little more because Microtech is definitely, they're towards the top. They're, if not at the top, because they've been around forever. And that's, it's an iconic name when it comes to American-made knives. I mean, anyone that is into the knife game knows about Microtech. Now, this one here is coming in around $311. So, not terrible. I mean, we are talking all American-made here. And I believe all American sourced. So 100% American-made knives going on here. So really good things. And everyone comes with a birth date on it. And that one for this one is 10 of 2022. And it's got a serial number, got the glass breaker, got a clip. Got everything you need to have a really nice OTF, really good action. And I just really wanted to check out a drop point version. I mean, I know I've seen them. I've seen them at shows, right? But I've never really handled them. So I wanted to check that out. And I will say, there is something about the sound and feel of a Microtech. At this point, I mean, it's obviously great. But I don't necessarily I don't know if I'd call it the best, but it is definitely its own. It really is its own feel, own action, and just really good. So, yeah, glad to get that one. Even happier to get this one here. This was one that I've really been wanting to check out. It's one of the Hera models, but it's kind of a tricked out version that I really fell in love with here. What we got here is the Hera Hellhound DLC blacked out with frag. And this thing is just a thing of beauty. The ergos on the Hera are just great. It's a much wider handle. Let me, or at least it feels much wider. Let me bring the ultratech back out here. And as you can see, just the handle itself is noticeably wider than the ultratech. Now, it's obviously shorter. Let's do a little size comparison here if we can get them to stand up, because these pocket clips don't ever want to stand up for me because they just don't. There you go. So yeah, noticeably shorter in general, shorter blade, shorter handle. So it's just a smaller knife. Not a bad thing. Some people don't want really big knives. A lot of people prefer a knife like this, which is more right around that 3-inch blade length, maybe 3.1 inches, 3.15. But yeah, really good looking blade. This is one of the smoother in Microtechs in terms of just deployment I have ever handled. Very nice there. Very easy to whip that blade out. You have the nice Signature Series clip back here. Love that DLC finish. And you got kind of that ballpoint style clip. Beautiful milled clip. This is quite a piece. This is definitely like a collector enthusiast piece. And it's definitely expensive. This is up here there, right around that, I want to say around 550-ish, 575-ish, because the Hellhound blade is always a premium, and the milling on the frag milling on the handle is always going to bump the price up. And of course, you have the milled clip on there, which bumps it up. So there's a lot of the DLC coating bumps it up. There's a lot of things that bump this up way beyond the kind of the standard pricing for a regular Hera. But I really wanted to check this out because, man, oh man, it is gorgeous in the most sleek, badass way. Great, great knife. The Hera Hellhound OTF from Microtech. Signature Series. Very, very cool stuff. Let's bring out the last one before we get into the big boy here. This is another really sweet one, and it's a blade shape that, oh, when they dropped this, I had to get one. I still don't have one, but at some point I'm going to pick one up. This here is, stickers on this one. This is the Warhound. The Warhound Signature Series. Now, the Warhound is the name of the blade shape, and we got red here for the handle color. Let's take a look at this beauty right here. Microtech definitely, they do such a good job of staying in their own lane. Like, they don't really give a crap about what anyone else is doing. They make their own knives. And check this blade out. Woo! The Warncliffe Warhound blade. Just a thing of beauty. Love that tip up there. Great for piercing. Also, that very aggressive tip. Very, very nice. Love that red anodization on the aluminum. Really nice stuff there. This one here has a date of 12/2022. Serial number 1564. Man, oh man. Such good stuff. Love the look of a Microtech. I definitely wouldn't call Microtechs gentlemanly, but man, oh man, they are quite something to behold. Especially, I'm so glad they're getting back into different blade shapes. Like the Warhound, my gosh, before, like, you know, a few years ago, there was just like the double edge. The Spartan was really rare. Every once in a while, you get a Spartan. But a lot of it was just like drop point, single edge, double edge dagger. Really like that they've brought a lot more Hellhounds to the market as well as these Warhounds. Just really, really cool stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty sweet one. This one here is coming in at $471. So again, never said a Microtech was cheap. They definitely cost a significant chunk of money, but you know what? That's what you get for the American-made price, as well as that's the Microtech price tag. They definitely do a really good job at what they do. Now, this right here. This is definitely, I have already looked into this, and we'll pull it out for everyone else to take a look at. Well, you know what? Let's look at the sticker real quick. What we have here is the Combat Troodon Sand Trooper Hellhound and Warhound combo. And let me tell you guys, this is almost an unboxing experience here. Let's take a look at this. Let's pull these out and see just what we have here. First, you get this this really nice certificate, or it's not really a certificate. It's more of a titanium. I believe it's titanium plate certificate of authenticity. Talking about the Hellhound and the Warhound. You got your signature there. You got everything you need to be legit with this thing. This makes it legit. Really, really cool little piece. And of course, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's like, yeah, it's even cooler when you're a Star Wars fan. And I am a Star Wars fan. I wouldn't call myself a Star Wars geek, but I've seen all of these Star Wars multiple times. Really do enjoy them. And these two here are just absolute insanity. Let's see. I don't even know what we got here. This one here is... Okay, so here is the Hellhound, and here is the Warhound. And oh my gosh, I love the Warhound and the Combat Troodon. I also really love... I don't know which one of these I would go with. You guys tell me in the comments, which one of these blade shapes would you go with for these knives, for the Combat Troodon? And I gotta say, the Combat Troodon, so I have owned a Combat Troodon in the past, and I sold it because the actuator was just too stiff for me. It was a little too hard on my thumb. I mean, obviously, I could keep using it, but I let it go. I will say they have done something here at Microtech to alleviate that problem, because these are much, much more manageable. They still fire out like a rocket, but they really have done something to improve the tension to a much more favorable way, to where it's just enjoyable now. Now I want one again. I don't have $1,100 to throw at these two, and that's not the exact price. This is somewhere in that $1,100-ish range, maybe slightly less than that, but somewhere in that, I believe, $1,100 range. Yeah, really, really cool stuff here. And they did all the extra work to add the detail there. Kind of the little dirt marks that they sprayed on. It's not actual dirt, of course. They sprayed it on. Got that distressed look going on there with it. Really, really cool. Let's take a look at these here. Dates of 8/20/23. There's your serial number up there. Man, oh man, I'm in love with these two. What I really want is one of these in the Sand Trooper and the other one in the Bounty Hunter edition, and kind of pair them up like that. But man, oh man, these are just absolute beasts. I think I would go with the Hellhound on this one. I do. They even got some white coating up here on the grinds of the knife, which is sick. Absolutely sick. Really adds to the character of the knife itself. And then that Warhound. Woo! Man, oh man. These things smack. They really do. From an action standpoint and from just an aesthetic standpoint. Phenomenal pieces. Amazing, amazing work from Microtech. And that's all we have for you guys today. Let me know, what do you guys think about Microtech? Are you still buying them? Are they still on your radar? Definitely on my radar, and I want that so bad. Maybe someday, not today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and until the next one, I'm out.